So over here is the big pile. Do kind of a gonna have to fix that guy next year. Look at this chunk. I'll learn the chainsaw. Blow through this in a couple of years. So we got these guys marked with the tape. Here's a stump that's dug up. Marked this guy over here, and there's a piece of barbed wire that goes all the way from here along there up to that. So take it easy when you get to this part. Oi! Are you taking a video of me? Well, I'm taking a video of you. Yep. I'm going this way. So we dug a bunch of this out so we can ride this thing through here. There's quite a bit of debris. Ouch. Got a little spider web in the mustache. Here's a couple more of these to take down with the chainsaw, marked as such. Now look over there on the other side of this. I ought to be able to get through here next year by cutting out some of this junk that's kind of these smaller things. I don't know if these are choke cherries or whatever, but they mostly have caterpillars taking them over. They're pretty much dead. So a lot of the clutter in here I expect to take out. There's a big piece I cut off this year. That up there was another big piece that I cut off. Half of the tree fell down. That's a bummer. And there was another one of those right over there. But the trees live on. They fight the battle. Let's see, over here. Now we'll kind of swing back and forth. Look at the other view here. Look at this. This was the huge tree about 4 years ago that came down. The stump was up to about my chest. Chopped down through that this year. The tree went all the way out that way quite a ways. It was a huge battle. Some kind of wildlife following me over here. Not sure what that's about. Back in here is the nice view of the field. The what is it called? Summer wheat? Or no, winter wheat. Probably soon to be harvested. Here's an example of a really nice, what's it called? Cottonwood tree, which is common to the area. They kind of grow sprawling a bit. Now, let's do a little quick hit here. Here's a guy to hit with the chainsaw. There's a guy to hit with the chainsaw. Another one over there. These dudes here. And then I'm just going to walk through this area, which mostly I just mowed short and then dug up the... Oh, and there's these birds that keep scaring me. They have a nest up here. Check it out. Oh, I got some eggs there, so they fly away. Anyways, mostly over here, dug up stumps, mowed the grass back, cut out a few big chunks here and there. This one tried to cut up, but there's still a few hard pieces I didn't get out. So be it. Pushed this about as far as I could, almost all the way out to the wheat. Looking pretty good here. Got the sun back that way. Very pretty view. Oh, here's a big explosion of a stump over here. Tried my best with this. Can't say I succeeded. There's still some really hard stuff there. We'll give it the winter to soften up. Hit it hard again next year. That thing's just not going to make it probably, but we'll see. Here's one I took a bunch of swings at. To no luck. Still in there pretty solid. We'll see how she's doing after a winter of rot. And let's see, I think that's all there is to cover over here. Let's go over this way. No, those are probably doves. I think that's what that bird was. Here's a chunk of tree that I've never gotten to. I think I pulled out half of it on some other year. It goes out quite a bit. And we'll just kind of leave it there because I'm not too concerned about this area. This area here is where a lot of dirt lands that blows in gets slowed down by the Shelterbelt. So when you mow here, it's just a disaster because the dirt just blows every which way. So much loose silt and stuff. And the trees are kind of shorter accordingly. I don't know. It's probably a lot more snow that comes through here and accumulates during the winter. There's my shadow. But these guys take the brunt of it so that the taller trees in the middle can block the wind to hold back most of the assault on the house and the farmyard that comes directly from the north. Now this year we set up, and I'm curious about, if you look at all the grass here is pretty darn brown. You wouldn't exactly call it green, except for that little area over there. Makes me wonder if, me being a person who knows nothing about groundwater, but why is that so green? There's been no rain the entire time we've been here, and yet it is green. Is there some moisture underground that's coming up, or what? I would like to know. Side note, chop this guy down next year. Come over here. Oh, here's the wildlife again. Seems to be taking a video himself of some sort. Oi, who goes there? Looks to be one of those wild Timothys that runs around these parts. We'll just let him be. Oh, then there's this guy. This one was a bummer. I worked really hard on this one to try to get him to live, and he completely died back. But I guess at the roots, or at the base, we've got a lot of green, so maybe we can just saw this guy off next year, like right about there, and that'll do it. And it'll make it, or at least something can grow there that slows down the wind, which is the entire goal of all of this, is to have a healthy place that grows a good windbreak, keep the buildings protected, and I guess ideally that it's easy to mow back, make a fun place for the kids to run around in, whether it's our kids, someone else's kids, those kids one day. And maybe we'll put in some kind of walkway through this middle part at some point. Running low on battery. So I think we might just be about to a point where we have to call it, hello Tim. Might have to call it the end here. I'd love to someday count all these trees. See if I can catch a panorama here from this spot. We go there, however many that is, and several that direction. And there's a Tim. He likes to hide behind the trees. That's kind of his natural habitat. I can bring it around this way.